Welcome to the Beauty Call Live, a live about fashion, beauty, culture, lifestyle. It is a pleasure for me to be here with you today. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and I would like to thank Wilfred Company Events for making this show a reality. Give away my IT biography. I'm laughing because putting on a show, it comes with a lot, and it's a pleasure. You truly gotta love what you do. So I thank you all for tuning in. Today we're going to have a great show. We have a guest host with us today, and it's none other than ClAUDIA Antenor, CEO of Window Shop, aka Madam Shaba, where we will be talking fashion, beauty, nothing that you expect. The one thing I have to say about ClAUDIA, when you meet her, you instantly fall in love with her.
Thank you.
Like, yeah, I instantly fall in love with you.
Aww.
So that is, I guess, a great personality trait of yours, I have to say, and I admire that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Today we'll be talking about fashion, beauty, a lot of the fashion we've seen this past week in the HMI, in our culture. We will have a discussion about it. We will not be too brutal. And then also we get to hear ClAUDIA's point of view on fashion, where she has been. Can't you guys see? She's glowing, right? So we'll talk about what it is that is making her glow so much. Is it Shaba? You know?
You're funny.
Right? Like, why does it have to be a man to make you glow? You know what I'm saying? Where you could just be glowing for yourself.
Naturally.
And, yeah.
For yourself.
And I love this. Again, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
We'll be celebrating, well, she is celebrating all month long.
All month long. Capricorn season.
Well, technically, you started since December.
I did. We did. Noche buena. New look. The code. We do a whole lot.
Yeah. So, we are here with ClAUDIA. ClAUDIA, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here, Maritza. Thank you for having me.
And I don't take it lightly, you know, the opportunity that I have to work with a lot of our personalities, a lot of our stars in the community. And for me, it's all about talking about the positive, the beautiful things that we have and how we can make them better. So, Chloe, I know a lot of people think they know you.
No,
right?
they don't know me. They
but
just
they don't
see
know
me.
you.
They just see me, boo.
Right.
They don't know me.
they just see you.
Exactly.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing wonderful. Doing great. I'm amazing right now.
You're amazing right now?
I'm glowing right now. This is my year to shine.
We see.
Oh yeah, baby.
I love it. I love love. So right now, I'm gonna say kudos to you and Shaba for all the love you guys have been blessing us with. I know marriage is not easy.
Oh, it's not an easy road. It's up and down.
Right. But I'm a strong believer in love wins. And to me right now,
love wins. Yeah, we're strong more than like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaba, I'm loving you, loving ClAUDIA right now. I'm here for it.
Hopefully
you know what I mean?
he's watching. Hopefully he's watching.
Listen, Shaba is watching, okay?
No.
Now, like, I see a different Shaba. Do you see him differently?
He's getting better.
Okay.
He's getting better.
I guess this is the bigger question that I have for you. How is it for you, right, being married to a public figure, a person like Shaba with such a big personality, without you losing yourself?
Well, like I always tell people, I don't look at Shaba as an artist. I look at him as a husband. I look at him as Antenor. So I'm not like that starstruck. So basically, I know, like I tell him, you a superstar and I'm a diva. Okay, you know. So I let him know. So it doesn't bother me, you know. Like the only thing I could say about the relationship is that he's always on the road. He doesn't have time. And that's the battle for me in the relationship with Shaba, you know, because I was with you for Christmas. I was with other family members for New Year's. He's not around. So that's the only thing that I really dealt with in the relationship with him.
And I think sometimes as us, the consumers, as you know, the fan, we don't take that into account, and how that affect the family
The
life.
family. Yeah, because Thanksgiving, he's not around. Christmas, he's not around. New Year's, he's not around. My birthday, I just passed again without him. So, you know.
How do you not lose yourself during those moments?
I mean, I have very support system. Like I have my family, my friends, and they're really good. You know, even though I talk to Shaba, and guess what? He makes up. He gives me the expensive gift. So I'm good. So baby, work hard.
See,
Bring the money home.
there you have it. It's to me, with relationship is not perfect.
Right. It's 50-50. It's a two-way street.
Right. It's like what you gain in one area, you lose it in another area.
You can't have everything.
Right. Because you may complain about him not being home, but him not being home, that's how he takes care of his family.
Right. That's how I take care of the household.
Right. But at the same time, you still need those.
I need the affection. I need the one-on-one. I need the sex. You know, we need all that.
You need the sex club?
Of course. If I could get it every day, why not?
Shaba, okay, Madam she wants it all the time.
Of course.
Well, like I said, I know relationship is not easy. I just wanted to know from the woman's perspective, you know, because a lot of times us women, we are in the shadow of our men.
Right.
When they also
and that's also another thing that I dealt with him, because I always tell him that I don't want to live in your shadow. I want to have my own identity. I don't want to just be Madam Shaba. I want to be Claudia, because I have things going for myself.
Right.
You know, because every time I go, it's Madam Shaba. Like, hey, address me. I'm Claudia.
Right.
We know that I'm Madam Shaba, but I don't want to live that. And it's always, oh, même le, ou pas t'avel jodi, ou toujours Madam Shaba. N'a toujours le Madam Shaba.
I know.
And I'm like, oh God. Oh my God.
Right, because Shaba is such a big personality, and we're going to walk away from him, but I just wanted to, you know what I mean, start the interview with that, because that's such a big part of your life as well, is there's some personality, no matter after how many years, right, God forbid, that name for sure will definitely...
It'll stay.
Yeah, it will stay with you, because for me being around you guys, I see the friendship, I see the love. You know, that
it's
you guys
genuine.
share.
It's
right.
genuine. It's not fake.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, so that I have to say I love, and then getting a glimpse to see it, you know what I mean, one-on-one.
Get a sneak peek of it. Yeah.
Right. That I know not too many people will get to see.
They don't get to see it.
And it's beautiful.
They've never been in my home. You've been in my home. So
right.
pretty much you can judge from what you see.
Right.
You know,
so
and sometimes I always tell people I give you what you want to see, but you really don't know what's really going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm happy for you guys. I'm rooting for you guys.
So
I need to come up with the name for you guys. So
the power couple.
Okay, that's what we're calling it?
Yeah, I guess.
The HMI power couple.
HMI?
Or something. We gotta come up with a name,
yeah.
Okay? Because I love these two, and I'm rooting for you guys.
Aww.
Because at the end of the day,
just pray for
love
us.
wins.
Just pray for us.
That's it.
That's
you
it.
know what I mean? Love wins. You guys have been together for over 13 years.
Oh yes, 13 years, 4 years of marriage. Yeah.
Yeah. With an artist.
It's a whole lot. It's a lot on my plate.
You know, and Claudia is, she's a daughter, she's a sister, she's a mother, you know what I mean? She's a wife. No, let me, a businesswoman. She's not just a friend.
A loyal friend.
Claudia is that loyal friend, right? You need, because she will check you.
Yes,
right?
I'll let you know.
Like if you were to
if I love you, I'm with you.
Yeah, if you were to come for one of her friends, one of her people, I'm coming checking you on the spot. You know what I mean? There's no ifs and buts about it, and that you got to appreciate.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, and that's one of the quality I love
about me.
About you.
Thank you.
Outside of you looking gorgeous right now, she's rocking a Missoni dress.
Yes, I am. Should I stand up for the...
You can. Do you, boo. You know, in her Missoni dress, in her Bottega sandals. Yes. Her Bottega sandals. And then one thing I always love about Claude too is her jewelry game, her accessory game. She's giving me Cartier bracelet rings, David Yurman, Cartier,
Tiffany, Van Cleef,
and
Rolex. It goes on.
It goes on. And let me tell you why I say this, right? Because a lot of times in our community, we chastise women or men that talks about what they wear.
And we don't do it as much.
Right. And then in the American community, we love it.
Yes.
Do you think there's a double standards between us Haitians?
I think some of the Haitians are very close-minded, and some of them that have low self-esteem too. That's why they don't talk about much. Or sometimes I think they can't afford it, or maybe it's like, oh, I will not spend my last dollar on that item. But I feel like me, I'm a materialistic whore. So I love jewelry, I love design. So I'm like, hey, if that's the latest piece and that's what's in, I have to have it. It has to be in my closet.
And what is wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. So to me, I always hate when people, well, let me not use the word hate, okay? And that is, I have to remove that word out of my vocabulary. It's not really hate.
I can't stand.
Right. It's the fact that I choose to spend my money on this. You choose to spend it on something else.
Right.
You have another vice. You know what I mean? For others, it can be food, like meaning like they will go to the latest restaurants and then spend like thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
Right? For others, it will be travel.
I have friends who do it on trips.
Yes.
And they say, hey, you know, this is something that they do, and they can go back and look at it and say, this was memories. But me, I feel like I can never go wrong with gold. And I'm like, hey, and you know, like if I have an issue and I say, listen, I can pawn this, I can sell this, I can take this to an auction. I know I'm gonna get good money
back.
Right.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
Yes, it's an investment.
It is.
But I think, is it then, do we need to change the mindset of our fans?
Oh, yes, we do.
Where they need to accept these type of things. Because I always see when an artist somewhat show a picture of a designer or a brand, they was like, show off. Why is this person showing off? To me, it's not showing off. It's part of the showbiz.
It is showbiz.
You know? Like the other day, I saw D Perfect from Equipe, and where he was running with the kids, and he had some Gucci slippers, and then something about
the Gucci slides, the black Gucci slides, Gucci slides,
right? Yeah. And then people, I was reading in the comments, it's like, oh, why is he showing off? This and so on and so forth. There's some artists,
works hard. He works hard.
Or there's some artists that have more. It's not, to me, it's not about that. It's not about whether or not this artist have more than him. It's where he's at, and he's having his moment.
He's having his moment. He's enjoying his money. He's enjoying his life. He's enjoying the fashion, and it is what it is, you know.
Right. So to me, I think we need to remove that out of our
system.
The fans need to understand that.
I pretty much think there's a lot of bully in social media.
Yes.
Also, there's a lot of people behind the cameras and behind their devices, and they have fake accounts, and they're not happy, they're miserable where they're at, and they'll just see something that's going good for you and not for them, and they'll like start like just hating. So that's what it is, you know. And I get a few comments. I just, you know, block them. I don't interact with them. I don't say much. It just.
How does it affect you?
It doesn't.
It doesn't?
I post more.
Okay.
I post more. I give them something to talk about now.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me. I read the message as I go. If I don't like it, sometimes I keep it. You know, and then they're not getting a reaction out of me.
Right.
But like I said, you know, sometimes I just delete the message and I just block it.
There you have it. Now, one thing that we've talked a lot about is the fact that in our community, I say that we're not ready for showbiz. However, lately, the women in our community have been really coming to
themselves.
You know what I'm saying? And they are really trying in some
to embrace themselves.
To embrace themselves, step into the fashion. And I feel like sometimes we are asking so much of these people, but the money is not there yet. Why do you think the money is not there for certain artists, or the industry as a whole?
One, I can say we're cheap. Second of all, I would say it has a lot to do with the promoters and the artists. And the artists, they're not hiring like stylists to style them. And then if they do, they want to be in the latest items, but they don't want to pay. But they don't make much as well too.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Can they afford a glam squad?
I mean, you could go around it. I mean, there are times I do different pieces. And you think like I have $1 million on me. I can go to H&M and I have a Gucci sandal, I have a Chanel bag, and guess what? My item, I could be buying stuff from Fashion Nova, it could be like $9.99.
Right.
And you think it's like,
it's all about, to me, it's the whole package.
It's how you match it.
Yes.
How you play with it and play with your accessories. So, I mean, pretty much you can get a good glam. You could look like $1 million. You don't have to spend $1 million.
You don't.
You don't.
You just need to understand your body.
Yes,
what works
and there's
for
a lot
you.
of body type. There's certain things that just doesn't match certain people. Some people can't pull it off, like me and you.
Correct. Like there's certain things Chloe will wear, I will never wear. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And for me also too, like I love watching her, how confident she is in herself, in her body.
That doesn't bother
self-esteem. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. And I think a lot of times women, we get, how would I say this? We get a little bit of competition when we see the other women. You know what I'm saying? For me, we all can exist. You know what I mean? I can never do what ClAUDIA does. Vice versa.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
You know what I mean? I don't look at ClAUDIA to say, oh, she's all glammed up and I need to be just like that. That's not me.
Right.
And I think a lot of times if we were to sit with ourselves.
You have to find who you are first, you know?
Yeah, if we were to find who you are, get to know what you love, what you're comfortable with, you know what I mean? Then we'll be fine. Then we can coexist.
Well, it's also, I'm a New Yorker, so remember.
Hey, listen, that's the New Yorker in us. Right?
That's the New Yorker in us, you know? That's where the fashion starts.
Right. And yeah, not for nothing, New York fashion is...
It's the best. It's number one. I can't find anyone after New York. I would say California would come in second.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I would say Atlanta. Girls from Atlanta.
Right. But with Atlanta, I feel like reality TV has definitely gotten them to, you know what I mean? But there's a swag about us New Yorkers that's just like...
Yeah, we have the different season, different like temperature. Like you have the fall, winter, summer, spring, and you can rock it. Like right now, I wish I could rock my fur. I think I would have to go back to New York and do that. You know?
I'll be in New York at the end of the month, so I'll be rocking.
I think I'll be there too.
I'll be rocking my, because it's funny, this week.
It's been really cold, it's been really chilly. And
then I realized I don't have none of my
Didn't you realize I
here.
Walked in with a coat?
Yes.
I walked in with my Canada Goose.
Yes.
I was like, no, it's cold in Florida.
She definitely walked in with her Canada Goose. Not just a coat.
Canada Goose.
Yeah, that's different.
Yes, I was like, no, it's cold in Florida.
Yeah.
Temperature dropped.
Yesterday, I think it dropped to 45.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty chilly.
Yeah. So yeah, that was us on New York. So I guess I used to, even for me, I'm always rocking my blazer.
Oh yeah.
I'm always rocking a blazer.
Never. I never not see you with a blazer.
So we'll get right into it as we talk about the fashion of the week in our community, in the HMI. And we are starting. Have you seen this? And I want to see ClAUDIA's authentic reaction.
On what?
Steve J. Bryant.
I love him.
He's gorgeous. He's handsome.
I wouldn't say handsome, but
handsome.
I love his music.
You don't think he's cute?
Not my type.
No, again, like when I say cute,
I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's ugly. He's not ugly. Yeah. But me, I never looked at him in that sense. Right. I looked at his music. Like, whenever I go to Food Bar, and the DJ would be playing, I'm like, whoa, who's that?
There? They're like Steve J. Bryant.
And it's like Steve J. Bryant. I'm like, oh, bum toot, bum toot, bum toot, bum. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling this, you know?
No, he definitely got a swag. I think he's cute. Again, I'm not looking at him in that realm neither. For me as a stylist, you know what I'm saying? I look at them in a different eye.
Do you like his wardrobe?
C'est pour ça nous là, oui. Nous pas de côté arriver sur wardrobe ça. Steve, pas connaît what you are trying to accomplish with this look. But this look how do we salvage this look?
Well, I've seen him lately, and I never seen him in bright colors like that.
Right.
I usually see him like in a polo shirt and denim. So that right there is totally different. Like I'm not too crazy about it.
It's horrible clothes.
Personally, person I see in the HMI that I love, their wardrobe is Meiji from Impossible. I don't know who's dressing him, but...
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we talked about that last week. He's tall, right?
Bagay yo bien chita sou li.
You feel what I mean? He understands his body. You feel what I'm saying?
He loves his body, and it's just like.
And he has great posture.
Yes.
You feel what I mean?
He's confident. Li konnen son bon bagay. That's it. Bonbagay.com. That's it.
Bonbagay.com.
That's what it is. He has a sex appeal to him.
Correct.
And I took the time out to look at him, and I'm like, oh. Yeah,
he's definitely confident.
I'm like,
he knows
yeah,
he looks
like
good.
He knows he looks good.
Yeah, he knows he looks good.
Yeah.
But with Steve, the color was just, that orange was just too bright for me. Okay? However, now, he still could have wanted the shirt, this multicolor shirt, made the color even more.
It just threw it off.
It threw it off. Like, if he wanted to do that, I would have removed it. I would have removed the shirt, close the jacket, and just do it with no shirt under. And have his gold chain, you know what I'm saying?
Just hanging over it, right.
A choker, and his sneaker, and that would have been
not even a choker, like a Cuban link.
A Cuban leg, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You know?
What does he have in his feet? Because
white sneakers.
Oh, white sneakers. Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I would have removed the belt too, because he has a black belt.
He's just like color blocking right now.
Color blocking in the wrong
in the wrong area.
Yeah. So that's what I would have removed from it. And I don't know too, this hair over his head, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I don't see his face.
He should have a ponytail.
Something. You know what I'm saying? Let us see your face. You know?
Maybe he's shy.
Steve J is not shy. I don't think he's shy. But Steve, I don't know who did that look, but or if maybe too they wanted to, because sometimes artists, you know, does that. They want to create shockwaves, so they do something crazy. Yeah.
I'm not mad at him.
So si son boss looks at, you guys were successful because everybody was talking about it. Yeah. So that. Then the next look we have is Dalindeska.
Okay.
In a black bodysuit.
Dalindeska. Okay.
Yeah. Dalindeska. That's the
bodysuit.
That's the bodysuit. I don't have a problem with the bodysuit. I have two things. The stylist or whoever was with her needed to cut off that tag.
There's a tag on the bodysuit?
Yes.
Wow.
You fall, so you may not be able to see it.
I wouldn't be able to see it.
So let me show it to you on the phone so you can see what we are talking about. So the tag needed to be removed. And then also, I didn't like the shoes.
Well, me personally, what I have to say about Darling is I think she's a great artist, but I like to see her more when she's more cultured into like the Haitian, like like she's more on the natural side with her natural hair out and her being barefoot on stage, or you know, that's the Darling Jessica I know. So I don't know of her trying to be that sexy and stuff like that. So that's not her style right there.
And to me, I understand what you are saying.
Yeah, because when I first seen her, it was always with the natural hair, the long dresses, like the long skirts. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have a problem because sometimes they want to change their looks, which she's totally entitled to. But
because it's her in the moment right now. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, she's doing
out
her
there.
thing. She's doing her thing. But to me, I would have removed the tag, and I didn't like those shoes because to me, those shoes made her feet look longer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it was longer than the rest of her body.
I see where you're coming at.
You know what I mean? So I would have worn them. You have this pair of shoes that I would have worn them with
slides.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to keep elongating your legs.
Open toe.
Right. Because when you do a closed toe shoes, you know what I'm saying? It also somewhat make you look smaller in a sense, and doesn't define the look
that she's looking for. The look that she was going for.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I would have done different with that look.
Her outfit, right?
Yeah, but she has the body. I think she's one of the few artists that has really been working her body.
She's really working hard, yeah.
Right. And then I'm happy too. She went back to her somewhat natural hair with this long ponytail. I did not like the short red.
She had red hair.
weave.
Well,
Remember-
I haven't been following her, so I've been turning up, having so much fun, so I don't even know what's going on in the HMI. But I see.
Right. I'll show you what it was, and then I'm happy that she reverted
corrected
back. Yeah, she was rocking this.
Oh, that's more her.
Which one?
This outfit.
No, I'm talking about the hair. I didn't like.
I mean, New Year.
Claudia, merci.
Come on.
It's
Man,
not
we always seen her in black hair.
the one with the red hair. Yeah. No. I didn't have a problem. It's not the hair.
Let me look.
It's not the hair per se. I had the color. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, she looks decent. I'm not gonna lie. This photo, she looks decent. She changed up. You know? No. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I rest my case. I'm gonna drink to that.
Then the next person that has been killing it, right?
Is who?
In the HMI, one of our newest female artists is Beijing.
Oh yes.
I think she's killing it. I think she has the look of a superstar. Right?
I haven't seen her perform live, but I've seen her videos. I heard her songs on the radio station, and she's doing her thing. She's really killing it. I do like her. Honestly.
I think when you look at this particular picture, she lets me know she's ready to be a superstar.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure if she has the glam squad she's working with, but
she's in Haiti, so pretty much, I mean,
whatever we call to be a glam squad in
Haiti.
Whatever that means. So now, looking at this picture, I love it, right?
Right.
Until I saw the shoes she was rocking with it.
Where's the shoes? That's what she wore with the dress?
With the jumpsuit.
That was a jumpsuit or a dress?
I think it's a jumpsuit. Isn't it, guys?
No, that's two different outfits.
I think it's a dress.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold up,
it looks like two different outfits to me.
I did reach out to her. They did not respond.
No, it's a jumpsuit.
It's a
jumpsuit.
It's a jumpsuit.
Yeah, it's a jumpsuit. I did reach out to her. So hold up, are we saying that it's two different looks?
Because I swear that
Because the way
she's right. You can't see the sheer part, and you can't even see where her. Because just recall I see her cleavage in the other photo.
Yeah,
and right here I don't see anything.
You don't see the cleavage. But whichever one, right? If this one too, I still don't like the booties with that jumpsuit.
I don't like it. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. I took off points already.
But and then we have another look of her. She was performing with short bodysuits.
Was it a bodysuit or a catsuit?
Could be catsuit. Yeah, I think it's a catsuit.
A catsuit?
Is it? Would we call it a catsuit?
It's a bodysuit.
Okay.
It's a short bodysuit.
Right. She looks good. She has the body.
She has a beautiful body.
I didn't like the booties again.
I don't like the pantyhose.
They too light.
Yeah, she's too dark for it.
Right.
And the shoes has to go.
Got to go.
Because there's like so much going on with all those
so
colors.
Much. You know what I mean? You got the sequence. You got the.
If I was to wear that, I would have like a ponytail, a high ponytail. And I think I would probably have like maybe platform heels with open toes out with that outfit.
Right. Again, it's the same thing we were saying with Darling This Car. You got to continue to look for it to carry out so that you can, you can add the final touches to it. Because sometimes the outfit may be great. It's also about the accessories.
But majority of the time, if they're not on set and they're not going to perform, they usually just dress themselves and just throw whatever they find in their closet. So that's the problem too. So when they're going out to perform, they do actually have someone that's dressing them up. So they totally look different from the daily routine that they would wear every day. So I think that's where she came in wrong with that outfit.
Yeah. And then what I'll say too, and we understand the struggle in terms of having, you know, the financial, funds to hire a glam squad. What you can do, there's a lot of stylists now.
And I also, you know, think that they should go on YouTube and see how it works, because YouTube is free.
YouTube University.
Everyone, you know,
YouTube and Google University.
Right.
They are free.
And if there's a particular item, like a merchandise or something that you've seen that, oh, I want to rock this, I want to wear this, you know, you Google it and see many ways that you can
rock this outfit.
Right.
Go on Pinterest, you know what I'm saying? Create a mood board. And then also too, which is the one thing the pandemic has given us, there's a lot of stylists that are working with their clients virtually, where what would have cost, let's say $250 or $300, you may be able to get it for less, for at least 50% off, where you can be like, hey, this is the look that I'm thinking about doing.
And there's a lot of major stores that are going out of business, so many sales, so much, you know.
Right. So that's what I would say to these looks. I see the vision where she wanted to go. I think the final execution,
she did not execute it right.
So that's that. I still think it's the same outfit, but it may not be.
It could be, but
again, the angles that they took,
the way she was standing,
right? So there's that, but I think it is because she has the same earrings on. So no, it's the look.
It is the look.
Look.
Oh, it is. You're right. You're doing your research.
I know I did my research. Yeah. So
you're right.
That's the look.
You're completely right.
Yeah. Again, her body is good. The one advice I'll tell her too: exercise. Exercise.
She has a little gut.
I don't know if she does. I haven't seen it. Yeah, she does have a little gut, which is fine. Again, you know what I'm saying? However, we are in showbiz. You know what I'm saying? For me, I may have my little gut, okay? I may decide not to go under the knife. I may decide not to.
But, you know, when you say that she should exercise, I think out of all the artists that has a great, natural, beautiful body is Darling Jessica, and she works hard in the gym. And I know she watches what she eats, you know, eats as well. So
And that's what I'm trying to say.
You know.
Once you step into that limelight, okay?
But Meiji has a stage presence, though.
She does. That's what I told you.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised. In 2 years, she keeps on doing this. She's the next breakout star.
I wouldn't even say 2 years from now.
It may be less.
It may be less.
Okay.
The way she's going, because listening to her hit singles with Cadillac,
yeah.
Musique ça très marche très bien en Haïti.
Listen, this song.
And I hear it like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, okay, they're doing too much. Like, I just heard this song, and I flipped the radio station, and it's there again. I'm like, okay, you know.
But that's when you know it's a hit.
It's a hit.
You hear it everywhere.
Because my kids are singing it.
Yeah.
My daughters are singing. They're 6 and 9.
I have it on repeat.
So
you
know that the song is good.
No, she's good. She has the vocals, you know what I mean? And that's what we're talking about in terms of putting some money in investing in our artists.
I'm looking at half of the girls that's in the HMI. They're like, you know, thick girls. You know, they're not as but some of them got their body, you know, done. You know, got some work done in their body.
Which is fine. And that's what I'm saying. Whichever route you decide to go, be it if you go get your body done, be it if you hit the gym and then you're working with a personal trainer, you have to do it. Especially when you come on the spotlight, on stage. You know what I mean? Because you're selling a product, and you are that product. You know? And for me, I want the fans to understand that's what these girls are in showbiz. So I need to see more of that.
I mean, they need more people to educate them on that as well, too. They don't have that much people in the HMI to let them know how it is and how it's supposed to be.
You know, because they have to show these pictures so that other brands outside of the barbecues, the comilfos, you know what I'm saying, where they can tap into the American community, the Afro-Caribbean community, so that they can really start putting some money in their pocket. Because I think it's only in the Haitian culture where artists die broke.
Yeah, they do die broke. My dad died broke. My dad was a musician. My dad played in Bossa, played in Nakula de New York. He performed with Tabu Combo. So he died broke. Right.
So we need to change that. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, she has the body.
Of course.
So if she just like do a little,
Facts.
she'll be
great.
and we'll be looking out for you, girl. Do your thing. Next person we have is the one,
Who?
the only, Claudia,
Really?
CEO of Window Shop. Claudia, did you really want to shut down internet law?
I don't know what I was trying to do.
Uh-huh.
But it was all about me. It's my day. I was being selfish. I didn't care. I'm like, I'm going to do it big this year.
Uh-huh. And big, you did.
Yes.
It's beautiful, right? It's tasteful. I love everything about it. You got
She
that
had her hands on her lips. She's like, oh my God.
You got that Haiti glow.
Yes, I got a tan.
That sun did you
It
good.
hit me well.
And I'm looking at you right now. You still got it.
I still have it. I got it, boo.
Chloe, when did you do this shoot? Because I know you were yeah.
Okay,
listen,
so
guys.
I know right before I left, I spoke to the photographer and I said, listen, I'm going to be out of the country and I'm coming like on the 31st.
Right.
And I wanted to shoot on the 1st, but the 1st, everything was closed.
Right.
So by the 2nd, I had a 4 o'clock appointment and then he pushed me back. So we did this shoot in one day, actually, the day of my birthday. And he's still working on all the photos that he haven't released to me. So trust me, next week I'm gonna be breaking the net. But
I love it.
This was done in like a few hours and I love the photos.
I love it. You look good. I was like, I zoomed in, okay? I was looking at every angle. I'm like, my girl is looking hot.
Oh, you're gonna be seeing more of that. There's a lot more to come.
Claudia,
A lot more to come.
a lot more to come.
Of course.
So you see what I was saying, Wilfried? With that shoot, like you can see, there was a plan. There was a concept.
Right.
There was a photo
I said
shoot.
it's my birthday and I wanna be fully naked. And I said, I want to show my curve, my sexiness. I want to sell that. I don't want to be in clothes.
Right.
So I said, okay, I'm going to give a sneak peek of what I can show. And this is what we came up with. So it's like, okay, let's get some balloons. I'm celebrating. Let's have my initials there. Let's have a crown on my head. And he did a wonderful job.
And
I cannot complain.
I love it. The execution on this was mwah.
Yeah, he did a wonderful job.
And I was telling with Wilfried that and the execution on Darling the Sky that did for the Christmas special for Ticket Magazine, where I felt like there was no concept. That was just
They should have called me.
Next time, okay? Call Claudia.
I mean, Ticket knows. They gave me a beautiful shout out, you know.
Right.
I thank them for giving me a shout out. Every year they always shout me out.
Right.
You know, they covered my marriage. So, you know, I support them. They support me. So yeah. Maybe next year I'll do the
Christmas special?
the Christmas edition in a red lingerie.
And I think you
with my candy cane.
I think you will kill it.
I'm going to kill it.
Yeah, I know, like, so close, definitely. For Christmas next year, do it.
Of course, I
Because
am.
I know you will, like, definitely kill it. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
And then I know you got a lot of hit for it in terms of, I was looking at the comments, in terms of...
I mean, I got a lot of feedbacks where a lot of people said you have the balls. Because not too many people that are married to musicians, Haitian musicians, would put a photo out there.
Let me say this. Wait. Let me say this. You are one of the few wives we know. So let's start with that.
Right.
Okay? So kudos to you.
Thank you.
On that, because we usually don't know who the wives are.
Right.
For me, I know them because I work with them
the
on a
musicians,
different,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
On a different level.
Right. But most of them, you don't know who their wives are. And I also understand why they don't put their wives. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not beautiful as me. Let me stop playing. I'm just joking.
Oh, yes, it's a joke, guys. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, it's a joke. Silva, hold up. Silva zit tête libelle. Ça me le fait encore.
You wouldn't like to look like me? Come on now. Come on.
I love it. I'm here for it. And that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Just like for me, like I think I'm gorgeous. I think I'm beautiful.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm sexy. I'm everything.
Sexy
I'm
with
confident.
All my curves and all of that.
I love everything about me. I wouldn't change anything.
So that's it. So yeah, so for you, and again, you're not just a wife. You're also a businesswoman.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
CEO of Window Shop Go LLC.
Right.
And we're
so you have
launching
product
this month.
Okay. So you have to put yourself out there.
Of course.
And then that's where we go back again to the double standard, right? Because the same people are also looking at artists in the American culture, in the AMI. I don't ever see them come back and be like,
they don't complain about it.
Why is Cardi B?
Right, because Cardi B's married technically with Offset, and she takes all type of pictures. And like I said, it's showbiz.
Nicki Minaj have done some risky
pictures. Sierra,
right?
Ashanti,
right? Yeah,
we have a whole lot. Rihanna,
right? We never judge them. You know what I mean? We like their pictures. You know what I'm saying? We
love it. We stay under there, give them comments, send them emojis,
all of that. But when it comes to
us, our own kind, we don't support each other.
So, high five.
They're gonna support because I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of that for them.
I'm not there yet, so I'll live vicariously through Claudia. Okay? So, you know, and to me, it's the femininity of the look. You know what I'm saying? You embracing your curve, your body.
Yes, I love my body.
And we have Precious, who's an American model, who was also, look at this.
She's beautiful.
I think it's gorgeous.
It's a great photo. I like it. It's different.
Yeah.
Much different.
We have another one of her. And she's making a statement, you know what I'm saying, about the woman body, loving it, loving herself. And also, too, she's not your typical size.
She's a plus size. She's a plus size girl. Yeah, she's a big girl. She's thick.
You know what I mean? And you would not have seen these type of pictures.
You know what? Don't say that. I have a friend of mine that you know, and she's in the HMI, and I'm gonna big her up, Maddie Domingue. And Maddie takes beautiful nude pictures, and she looks just amazing. Okay, and I've seen Maddie took photos like that break the net also. So pretty much.
No, what I'm trying to say is that, again, for the Maddies, the Precious, you know what I'm saying, that have the courage to put it out there, kudos to them. What I'm saying is, 7 years ago, you would not have seen that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is the Maddies, the Precious,
the Claudias.
The Claudias. Ashley, you know what I'm saying? From being a plus size model when what's this magazine? Put her, not Vogue, it wasn't Vogue. Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
When they did the cover of the Curvy Girls on the cover of Sports Illustrated. That through, you know, everybody was like, what? And to me, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? In being able to embrace our body, all size, all different.
But sex, like I was saying, like recently I had this conversation with a big sis of mine, and we were talking about sex, it sells. And this is like, we were talking about showbiz, you know, if you're not selling all this, not selling the product, like people just gonna be like, okay, you're blah. Like, you know, what are you selling? Like, and people, if I could be in a dress right now, if you look at the comments on that dress and that naked, you'll see two totally different. Like I had like over 1,000 likes and comments, you know, just because. But the picture's pretty, but there's like, oh, okay, I've seen something like that. But that nude picture is like, oh, wow. And men especially, they were just saying all kind of crazy stuff underneath that picture, you know. But like
I said, I love it. And for you guys that can rock it, you, Maddie, who else in the
Faga.
I haven't seen Farah's.
Faga, yes.
I haven't seen them. I'm not saying she hasn't. I just haven't seen them.
Fayu 90.
Fafu,
yes. She has nice.
I haven't seen them. I'll go back.
Yeah.
I'll go back and look. But on top of my head, I know Maddie is, well,
and she's a big girl.
Right. Maddie on the curve, on being a curvy girl.
Right.
Doing it. You know what I mean? So again, kudos to you guys. Job well done.
Thank you.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. Then we have, who do I have next? Who do I have next? I cannot even see my handwriting on who I have next. Kim.
Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
Ooh. What's the topic?
One, I love this. Like this was
She
some
looks
of
like
her,
Superwoman.
Yes. This was her Christmas outfit.
I love it.
It's kind of like it's Christmassy without it being Christmassy. And also, it's just like that's
colors.
The colors, the way.
It's not red. Everybody do the typical red.
The
The
earrings,
gold, the silver. But this is just...
Yeah, the earrings, the braid, the silhouette, the makeup. She is one woman that understands showbiz.
I mean, a few. I know
A few, but I'm just saying she understands showbiz, the marketing, her whole family. You know what I'm saying? There are others. Again, she's not just the only one. But
because I also look at Jennifer Lopez.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? In the American industry, there's so many to pull from.
Right.
You know what I mean? But with her, the reason why I wanted to bring her today is to, one, I love that outfit. And then second is, what do you think about her and Kanye being, you know, in the blogs about their divorce?
I mean, I've heard it all before.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think we've ever heard it to that magnitude.
It's the same thing with Offset and Cardi B. It was on the net, they're separating, that they're going through a divorce. And then next week, nothing ever happened. They were just like living their lives. So I think they're going through a phase right now.
Okay.
I don't believe that
You don't
they're going to
believe
get...
it? Well, let me say this. I'm a believer in love. So love wins for me. I never want to, you know, talk about a couple, a family being breaking up. So...
she's a mother of 4 or a mother of 5?
She's a mother of 4.
Okay.
You know? And I do believe they love each other.
They do.
Yeah. I believe they love each other. They love themselves just as much, you know? And to some of the things that I've heard, it's like, it's the truth. She has had to handle a lot with Kanye.
Right.
You know what I mean? With all of...
I think maybe after his mom's death, he started just acting delusional. You know, he's been bipolar.
Right, mental issues.
Mental issues
is real.
Right, so it's real.
Right.
So she is dealing with that.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you married to someone and you have a whole brand and you never know what they are going to say.
I don't even know. Is he still singing? Is he still rapping?
Who knows? I think he still is. You know
I doubt it. Is he?
I think he still is.
No. He didn't release anything. Exactly. I know he just have the Adidas that he signed a contract with Yeezys.
I think he's still in the industry. He may not be putting anything out. I think he's still working behind the scene and doing different things.
Right.
But what I say to them is,
More
work it
power
out.
to them.
More power. Relationship, marriage is not easy.
It's tough.
Right. And I guess that's what I wanted to draw back onto for you. It's kind of like, you've gone through those stages.
I've been through those stages. It's been rocky. It's been shaky. But we're fighting, you know, and you know.
And I think I read somewhere where it says, marriage is not easy. You have to fight for it every day.
You have to, you know, you have to fall in love with the person every day. You know, you have to have a spark, you know. Sometimes I have to look at the good days instead of the bad days and be like, all right, you know, nigga, my valisa, you know, my passe susa, you know, but.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I say this, like, with relationship, and that.
And I tell people, you know, like, even if my husband's watching, you know? Shaba son bon bagay, he's just emotional. Shaba. Shaba, you know? Me, I'm the type, I'm tough. Like, if I have a fallout, and I don't deal someone, I cut you off, I cut you off, you know? Chaba li même li gon kè sensible, kote, you know, bouche li sa, li do mot, après ça dit, ah, bah, chérie, il va foutre, excusez, you know? But me, mon cap is, you know, like, done, like, don't talk to me, don't, stay in your limits, stay in your lane, but not Chaba. He has a soft heart, you know? I'm the killer.
Okay. Okay, I love it. And then again, you guys are each other's yin yang. You know,
Yeah.
the yin to your yang.
That's why I told him I'm his Fueda and he's my Saint Jacques. You know, if you know.
Yo, I fucking love you guys.
You know, he's my Saint Jacques.
You know, I love you guys. Listen, I'm ready for the 15th anniversary celebration. Okay.
5 years next year.
About 13 ans?
No, 13 years of being together, but
That's
4 years
fine.
of marriage. But I said I want to celebrate next year 5 years.
Okay. Okay. Oh, even better. Even better. Chaba, keep on working, okay? We approve,
Hard.
We approve you missing a couple of birthdays.
He'll be here soon. You'll see him.
A couple of anniversaries because the 5th year wedding anniversary will be epic.
Very epic.
Very epic. All right?
He better save a whole lot.
Next thing we have Wid. Wid. Wid right now is doing Wid music. I guess Wilfried ou ka ban nou plus santi detay sou sa in terms of what he's working on. But
This is a guy from Zingland.
right,
He's not in Zingland anymore.
no,
Okay, so he left.
yes.
No comment. I haven't seen Zingland to the last time Kenny Demon and Reginald Kanje was at a Jacout Zingland Aritzkina Latina that I witnessed these. I haven't seen these guys. You know, I haven't been to one of their balls, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I've heard their songs on the radio. I'm like, oh, they sound pretty good, but I thought they were still in Zingland. So he left.
Yes, he's not in England. And
That's the cover for his upcoming single.
Oh. So
Okay.
is he just solo now or he's in another band?
Solo.
Solo. Okay. Okay. We said that at the same time. You were Jinx. Let's.
But did the song come out already? Not
What
yet.
about Zafem? I'm in love with them.
Okay.
You don't like Zafem?
It's still not.
Matter of fact, I was listening to it earlier. I was like, oh, okay.
No, let me say this. It's not like I don't like Zafem. It's more of they built so much hype. You get what I'm
And
saying?
then nothing. They didn't
Like-
deliver. They didn't deliver anything. Just that one song.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? And I
And what
think,
about Équipe? Parlez chaud, parlez vite.
you know,
Parlez pour équipe là. So aider équipe là.
let me say this.
Am I in jazz la mieux, oui? Yeah.
Listen, I love Shaba.
Okay.
I think he is, and that's not just, even when he was in Jackwood, I was never a Jackwood fan. I was a Shaba fan. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all. And I always tell people that. And I always have to say, listen, I was never a Jackwood fan. I'm a Shaba fan. I love my husband. I support my husband, but I don't care for the other musicians in that band. You know. But people's like, oh, Utkayi, Jackwood. I'm like, I was never a Jackwood fan. I was
'Cause
always
you actually a T-Vice
I'm
fan.
a T-Vice fan. You know, and I'm still a T-Vice fan.
Right.
You know,
I
but
wonder what was that like in the house?
please, come on. It's like I said, showbiz again. Like, it's my birthday 1 year, like maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and T-Vice was in Haiti, and they were playing at Esquina Latina, and I said, listen, Shaba, after dinner, it's T-Vice. We're going straight to T-Vice, and he's like, oh, ou fin parler madame mwen. Et T-Vice ou vle ale, fanatic T-Vice, mwen men wal danse T-Vice, and that's it. You know, and I love the carnivals, and that's why I say when they get messy, it's like, oh.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing with Zafem. I think Daniel Said, Reginald Kanje,
It's not gonna last.
No. Where Claudia?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Okay, in this show,
I mean, it's the way you give me that look.
We talk fashion and beauty.
Okay.
In this
So let's
show.
stick on fashion and beauty.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I think for a year they held us hostage.
And we were waiting for the
finished
product.
For the finished product. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for them to come on stage and perform. Waiting to see the look.
Did they get to do it live online?
They did one.
They did one. Okay.
They did one. You know what I mean? I'm there waiting for the fashion because Denia and Reginald is gonna give us something crazy. You know what I mean? Because they're not your typical artists.
Right.
So
very talented.
Yeah. So I'm a bit sour right now. So that's
bitter and sour.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm like.
But you still didn't answer on Ikip. You just said.
Oh yeah. Well, I started, and then you asked me about Zafem.
Okay,
right? So I think anything that Shaba is part of is gonna be great because his energy and the way that he's committed, the way he's passionate about it.
He's passionate about music. Yeah.
Okay. So now for Steve
K.
Yeah, Steve K. And D Perfect, they have the voice.
Stage presence, no. But they're working on it.
Right.
They're working on it.
Okay. And so that's what I think once Steve K and D Perfect can find that stage presence where they own it, I think Ikip will be.
I've seen Steve in action and he became pretty.
I mean, he's gotten better.
He gotten better.
Let
he
me
got way better.
Steve, you know I love you. There was one performance, right? It was one of the biggest.
Which one was that? Was I there?
No.
Okay.
It was in New York.
Okay.
It was La Boule. No, pas La Boule. Boom. No.
La Boom.
La Boom.
La Boom.
Right? And it was that class Jacques Ball.
I was there.
Oh, I didn't see you.
It was in September. Yes, it was around Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Yes, I was there.
One of the best bars I've been to. And Shaba was like,
energetic.
Yo!
On
listen! Right? And then Steve came to sing, and then he was dancing with this young lady. It just felt
one of
flat.
The fans.
Yeah, it felt flat. So fast forward now to
but I feel like when you said that is because you remember he was just a gigger.
Okay.
And Jaku. He was not a band member. And he wasn't getting paid as much as the other musicians were getting paid. So he was not as comfortable with. Now I'm looking at Steve K and Ikip.
You can see, you see the difference.
He's more happy.
Yes, you see that he owns it.
He owns it.
Right. He's not to the level where we want him to be because naturally.
And I think he's so talented as well because I'm listening to Steve sing Spanish music, African music, French music. Like just recently I heard him sing a Topicana and I was like, oh wow. And then
now when it comes to vocals, Steve K and D Perfect, there's no.
He aced it.
Yeah. Now it's just the stage presence. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about that. That was the same thing with Risha Kave and Kai when Karimi, broke up. So I'm waiting for that. It's not to the level of my satisfaction yet. So I'm waiting for Steve K and D Perfect to.
Yeah, but the album is coming out soon.
I'm not listen.
So pretty much you're gonna see something different.
Okay, and I'm sure I'll be at the release.
The album release party.
So I'm just parfum with on top. Okay.
Oh, not me. We'll talk to Shaba about that.
Okay, we know he's coming, right?
Yeah, he's about to work on Carnival.
Yeah, so I know it's gonna be great. I can listen. If there's one Carnival I'm waiting for, is they keep Carnival.
I mean, last year it was good.
It was good,
but it went to waste.
A lot of things.
I'm just hoping this year we have a wonderful year and Carnival pulls.
Listen, Carnival this year already has its issues. I have major issue with Port-au-Paix.
It should have been in Port-au-Prince.
I don't care waiting it to be just at Port-au-Paix.
It's far.
Not even far.
There's no hotels.
The logistics. I think as we talk fashion and beauty, also there's the business of it. You know what I'm saying? So Carnival for me is a business, right? So if we're gonna do Carnival, it cannot just be something we do for us to go and have fun. It has to be profitable. You know what I'm saying? So Port-au-Paix, like we didn't have it last year in Cap Haitian. Big up OCAP, as you guys know, right? To me, it was perfect to have it back in OCAP. You know what I'm saying? So that way you would have gotten all the diaspora to come in.
I did a couple of carnivals in the countryside, and the worst carnival was for me was Okai. Parce que parcours vraiment long.
Right.
And I was like, my butt is hurting me on that shot. I sat down and I was like, no, this is no more fun. There's a point when the cameras are coming and they want you to cheer up. And I'm like, no, I'm cheering down.
Right, but you have no energy.
I have no energy because...
Yeah, because that strip, and then that's the thing, that strip in Okai is so long. And that's why I love Oka Carnival.
It was short.
It was short, it was perfect,
I
just
like
enough
too.
To what you need. I've never been to Jacques Mel's Carnival.
Jacques Mel is good. And then Port-au-Prince.
Yeah.
You know?
Like for me, I'm looking for like I said, I'm in fashion and beauty. The lens, the way they dress them up, the makeup, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's create this image so that we can have people from other countries to say, you know what, I want to go to Haiti's
this is
Carnival.
Another thing, I want to see how they have in Trinidad and Jamaica, the masquerades. We don't have that.
Yo, I
would want to come out in like a two-piece gown, you know?
And that's what I said.
With feathers.
This is the business of fashion and beauty. You know what I mean? Being able to do the whole masquerade.
I think I see the same stuff every year.
And then we don't even need to even go full Trinidad and Tobago, because we have our own culture, our own history that we sell.
We can
and
play
that's what I'm
around
trying
with
to
it.
say. We can mix it. You know what I'm saying? Because it to me, it's also an opportunity to teach our children about our history. At the same time, we can bring our children along. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? There was one thing that I did. The assisté en Haïti was, it was in July.
Carnaval des Fleurs.
Not Carnaval des Fleurs. It was something they did in Haiti, but they did in Montreal. They did in Canada. It was like a festival.
Caravana?
Was it?
I know they have Caravana.
They had painted the houses. They had all type of vendors, street vendors.
Oh, Caravana. Carifest.
Carifest.
No, it's no.
Carifesta.
Carifesta.
And Carifesta did have different type of costumes.
Right.
And I said, oh, wow. And this was different. And I wanted to see more of that.
Right. I think they rotated to have it in different Caribbean countries.
The only person I recall did something like that one year, and I was in her video, was Shea.
Okay.
She had a float. And she had costumes made in the States, and we each had to pick one.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much money to make in the industry. We just don't hire those with the expertise to really make it happen. Like, I'm tired of the same Haitian or the same group of people on the Haitian committee for the carnival, because clearly, I don't know where it gets lost, but
we are lost.
Clearly, you guys are not looking to make money. You know what I mean? Because to me, let's remove this year and the pandemic and all that stuff, because it wasn't done the years prior neither. Right. So I don't want us to use the pandemic
as an excuse.
Right? It's like, where's the campaign? Right? Trinidad and Tobago, you already know. People are like selling their costumes. When you go
Brazil,
when you're in New
Barbados,
York, you have all these shops that are set up to come and get your costume because you need it for.
But they're expensive too.
Again,
they're really expensive.
That's fine. They start at $250.
I think the cheapest will run up to $550 and up.
Okay, I've never done it.
Depending on the feathers and.
Yeah, but I know my nieces have done it for.
Because I've had my daughter who worked. At the time, she's 21 now. She did a carnival here years ago when she was young with T-Chapeau. And her costume was just $250, and she's a child.
Right.
So imagine.
Right.
It ranges. It goes.
I'm saying at minimum $250. So now let's bring it back to Haiti. Imagine, right? You have these artists in Haiti creating these costumes, you know what I'm saying? And you're selling it, and you create the campaigns, right? For us to say, you know what, I gotta get my campaign. These are all opportunities that we are creating. And for me, Haitians do carnivals, you know what I'm saying? Just pour monter que you fell, and then
they're done, they pocket the money.
And that's it. Okay? So I wanna see a real carnival where we can market it to non-Haitians as well. Because we want other nationalities, other countries to come and visit us.
Right.
And it's through these events. That's the reason why I'm never one to support when they say we need to cancel Carnival. No, we need to cancel the way we do Carnival, but not cancel Carnival because
completely.
Carnival has its place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As human beings.
It's been 3 years we haven't had Carnival. And it's supposed to be a tradition.
Right.
No?
You know what I mean? And to me, each has their space in the community and in our culture. We cannot, it's as if I feel like sometimes people just want us to work, and talk about the misery. You know what I'm saying? And not talk about the things that's gonna get us out of misery, out of poverty. So we'll stop on that. The next person we have, are we ready for the next person? Because we had to make some slight change. Let me see if the guys have it before I talk about it. Okay.
Who's that, Rutimi?
No, that's not Rutimi. I was just talking about this designer, Frere, with the Frere collection. And with being in Florida right now, we're so cold. And I was gonna ask you, are you trench coat? I already know the answer. I feel like I already know the answer.
So why you even asking me?
I still gotta ask, you know what I mean? Trench coat, fur.
It depends on the weather. Depend on the climate. Fur is in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm more a fur girl now.
That's what I thought. So I know what you're telling me about. Like,
I'm a fur.
Trench coat. The reason why I didn't see you in a trench coat, because you are on the short side. So I feel like with the trench coat,
I'm not that short.
Close that figure spell.
I'm 5'4".
Oh.
But you know what they say, Lo Sukaban, you're even. So I'm not that short.
Listen.
Right? Is that true?
I'm sure Shamba bag a problem.
All right. You can parler pas vrai? Mba kout Sukaban non. Mwen rive, mwen fè même longueur Kaban non.
Oh God! I love it. And that's the reason why I needed people to see this, Claudia. You know what I'm saying? Outside of everything else, like you are a human being. You have your own personality that needs to shine through, that people needs to see. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then Liv being like the Mother Shaba, like a little bit behind, even though that will always be with you. So that's how I'm feeling right now with Florida, with this cold. I don't know when it will stop, but
I think in February.
In February?
Yeah.
My coat have no clothes there.
February.
My trench coats, my fur coats are all in New York.
All of my coats are in New York. I got this Macaj coat, and I paid like thousands of dollars. And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, shit, I need to go to New York and get my fur. Because yesterday, where was I? I was at Publix, and I seen a lady in a coat. I was like, shit, I need to get my coat. That's why I threw on my coat today.
I don't know where I was. I was going to Ulta, and then
Ulta Beauty?
Yes. And then I had on a sleeveless shirt on, and I stepped outside of the car. I'm like, shit, it's cold.
Yeah.
And I saw everybody with a coat on. I was like, what the hell? Like, it's definitely a little bit breezy.
On the chilly,
it's
on the chilly side right now. We've been having a lot of cold fronts.
A lot of cold fronts. Yeah. So it's crazy. So the last look that we have is whichever. Let me see which one. Let's do the black one first. The black look first. That's Tico Alma.
I love Tico. She's just a great person, great personality. Like, I met her. She was at the house. I had made dinner for her. She loved the girls. I love Tico. Anything Tico pull off, I love. I don't know. There's something about Tico, her body.
She knows her body.
She knows her body, and it's the structure of her body. The way her body talks, it moves. I like that about Tico. So I'm not going to bash Tico. I love you, Tico.
Okay, so we can even...
That's my goal.
We can even comment.
I'm not commenting.
Okay.
Next picture.
She's not commenting.
No, I'm not. Anything Tico pulls off, I love.
This,
you know?
No.
And I always tell her that.
Of all the looks, this I love.
That's just wild.
The first one, I understood where they were going, but it wasn't my favorite. But
I think she's still pulling off overall. She
listen
did that.
to me. I can appreciate it for the creativity. You know, photographer, makeup, everything, concept was on point. You know what I'm saying? I may just not like it. But it's not it's not to say it was poorly executed. Never. You feel what I'm saying? But this,
what would you do if you were her?
In that one?
In that one.
I think maybe it's the yellow hair that's
killing it off for you.
Yeah. But again, it's editorial. Okay? Maybe if I saw it in a magazine, I would have felt differently about it. You know what I mean? So, but it's not to say anything negative about it. It's just that the yellow hair, if it's not in a magazine, it's kind of like.
What would you do with the blue hair?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Hair?
It's not necessarily the look I would change. I'm just saying that I would see it. I want to see it in an editorial magazine. You know what I mean?
What about a white hair?
That would have been dope with the white hair, because
like
it would have definitely.
Bob.
Yeah, it would have definitely given us 1770-ish look. You know what I'm saying? American Revolution-ish look.
I still like that picture.
No, like I said, it's still a dope picture. We're not talking about the execution of it. That's not what we were talking about.
It's a badass picture.
Right.
It's sick.
It's just like, for me, the yellow, I'm not feeling the yellow hair. That's all. But the pink one, though?
Yeah, that's a hot one.
Yeah, the pink.
She's lit in that one.
Lit. Amazing. I have nothing to say. And then, like you said.
I hope she's watching.
Like you said, she knows her body talks.
Her body has movements. Mm-hmm. You know, I've seen something that she did with the flag, the Haitian flag and American flag. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was a struggle. She was like fighting. Mm-hmm. And that, I was just like, oh my God, I love that picture. And there's other pictures that she took that I was just crazy about.
No, Tico has given us, she's a true creative.
Yeah, she is. She's very creative.
Us a lot of pictures that we can talk about.
But she doesn't leave them up. After a point, she takes them down. I've seen a lot of photos that I don't see on her page anymore. Yes.
Listen, Tico has given us a lot of looks. Maybe they're so deep down, you don't see them.
Let me see her profile. I would like to see, because I know that there's certain photos that she took down.
She might have, because you know, after a while, maybe like I'm no longer feeling, or I'm no longer in that phase or in that stage in my life. It no longer serves the visual, or you know what I mean, the branding, the purpose that I'm looking for. So she might change it. But the one thing I'll say, had she been in the AMI, she would have been
a bomb.
Her bank account would have been singing different tunes.
Right.
Not that I know her bank account anyway, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's a lovely person.
You know, so, but for me, I appreciate all creatives that we have in the community.
We do have a couple.
We have more than a couple. It's just that a lot of times we have not given the opportunity to see how great we are. So,
I mean, I've seen a lot with Blonzine too. She's very creative.
Who?
Blonzine.
Okay.
No? No comment?
No comment.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with her, but I just don't know if she takes great pictures. She takes beautiful pictures, but I don't know if they're creative. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know about the sense of fashion, but her photos are very nice.
Yeah, like her makeup artist and a photographer got her angles,
and she has the balls to do certain things.
Correct. So I'm not. So I guess maybe you might have caught me off guard, because I don't know if I'll call her creative. You get what I'm saying? She takes beautiful pictures, but is she a creative? I don't know. You know what I mean? I haven't seen her execute concepts. You know what I'm saying? To say,
when I look at her, I'm like, we need more of her in the HMI. Because
no, I definitely think her and Florence changed.
I mean, Florence is a dear friend of mine. I love Florence. Mm-hmm. You know, she's my friend. Mm-hmm. But Florence is more reserved.
Of course, but you can see Florence.
Florence is more reserved.
You can see Florence now is going more risque. You know what I mean? Okay, let me say this. Let me say this, right? Blonzine
Because I think Blondie is risky, and she takes charge, and she does stuff. Remember, she makes stuff happen.
Blondie was...
She's an actress.
Right. She was built in the industry as such. Florence is learning how to become that. I think that's the difference between the two. You know what I mean? Whereas Blondie, I'm always having difficulty pronouncing her name.
Blondine.
It's Blondie.
Blondine différent, but I mean, Blondine.
Okay.
Right? Blondine. Blondine.
Blondie. Blondie.
So
really,
what's the short?
Back on there, blonde.
Blonde. All right.
Okay,
so
let's do blonde. Let's do blonde. Okay.
Blonde.
Because we don't want to mess up your name, blonde, right? We do blonde and flow. How about that?
Yeah.
Blonde was made for this.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That I feel like she has the balls to do a lot of things. She sells us a lot of things that we would not see in an HMI.
No, that's because, like I said, she understands that. Once she decided...
I think she believes she knows what showbiz is also.
Oh, my God. Without a doubt.
Yes, without no doubt. Yeah, of course.
Listen, up until these two young ladies, the HMI was boring.
Very boring.
So...
Because I think Florence and Blondine is just like...
The HMI was boring.
They're like,
it was like,
they're making the internet hot.
Yeah, it was.
They're cracking the internet.
It was, look over something, come back to the same thing. Once these two girls decided, we're getting into the showbiz business, right? It was different. It forced the witches, the Darling Discas.
Yeah, because remember, these girls, they were selling a whole lot of sex.
Yeah,
the other girls were more reserved.
To step up their games in terms of the outfit when they're performing. So I don't care who you are, if you cannot admit that, you're lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Give them their kudos, give them their due, how would I say this? Respect. Because
put the respect on their name.
Put the respect on their name. Again, here, we're just fashion and beauty. But parler de musique, est-ce qu'ils comptent chanter, qui ne va pas chanter.
Right, but just a wardrobe.
We're talking about that. I have to say, I cannot remember who did it first, if it was Blonde or if it was Flo, but whichever one did it first, the other one did it right after the other one.
She can now it's a competition. Everybody's stepping up their game.
Listen,
because I'm looking at
stepping
Annie.
Up their game.
Look at Annie.
Don't talk about my boo. Listen,
Annie's a friend of mine, so she knows. But she came out of her shell.
She is. And
she came out of her shell.
It's not even about her shell. This is what I say about Annie, right? Annie is a true singer, what she loves. Yeah,
but we're not talking about singing now. We're talking about wardrobe.
No, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
Annie had no sense of style. And now I've seen her and I've told her that in the past, like, girl, you need to shake it off. Like, shake it.
Right, because listen, for Annie being the age that she is, you know what I'm saying? And even for me, I've talked to her about that. It was finding what her look is. So I needed to give her time to find what that is.
Yeah, but Annie lives in New York. She should have been got that. She should have copy and paste.
But I don't think that was the look they wanted for her, though.
Right. Okay, I understand. But now I'm like, okay, she came out of her shell.
Yeah, she's coming.
She's looking better.
Okay. I don't know if she's looking better or if it's more like she's understanding that now she's in showbiz.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is. Because we both know her, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you speak to Annie, she was so concentrating on the art of just doing music.
Right. And not the sense of style.
Like, if I remember we'll go to a show and I'll be like, okay, let me see the pictures of the look, what it look like. She's like, "Pas qu'elle look like no more."
And I told her that.
She goes, this is what she says. Qui j'aime tes sound. Qui j'envoie tes.
Yeah, that's what she cares more about.
So now she's balancing the two, and I think and I think in 2021 she's going to kill it. She got the voice.
Of course, yes, she has a beautiful voice.
She's one of the true artists with a banging body in the industry.
You talking about Annie?
Yes. Annie's body is sick.
I mean, everybody's body is cut differently.
Well, again, I'm not taking away from anybody's body. Like I said,
if there's somebody's body that I'm gonna like, it's Darlene Deska. That's it. That's natural. She works it out. I love everything. I see her structures. I see her muscles. I see everything about Darlene. Darlene has a nice body. Like, for another person who has a beautiful voice, it's Fatima.
Yeah.
But Fatima, she's skinny. She's a skinny, to me, she's a white girl. Then we have Kanis. And then you have my boo Tadia. Tadia, she's tall, nice legs.
You see Tadia?
Tadia has a beautiful body. It's natural.
Tadia, and that's what I'm trying to say. We have a lot of these girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of them owning that.
I'm not even talking about the girls who got their bodies done.
Correct.
I'm talking about Annie. She didn't get her body done.
Right. I'm
But
talking
you have
about
Darlene
women.
Jessica. If there's somebody body that's really banging, it's Darlene, actually. I'm going to give it to you. Darlene, actually. Yes, Darlene Jessica. Yes.
I don't know, but okay.
Because she hits the gym all the time.
No, again, and I've said this. If there's one artist, right, you can see when the switch happened with Darlene.
I think Wichel, that's my boo too, but her stomach, she needs to lose that gut. She has a gut.
Needs to work out.
Or she needs to do liposuction.
Back
I will for her doctor. Wichel, I love you. You're my boo. I'll call you later. We're going to do some liposuction. Colombia, DR. You know? Or come to Miami.
So, again, no, listen, we're in showbiz. Let's talk about it, right?
What about if I was singing? Hey, I would have killed it. Shaba needs to start writing, because I'm going to come out with a single.
You see, you, right? You understand what superstar is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these girls, right? One, let's understand where they came from, the funds that is being provided to them to do this type of work at the level we are expecting them to be. They don't have, right? So I understand they are really like, come on, this say, they literally just like hanging by the nails. You comprends ça là? Y a gratté à terre, puis yo croire, okay, to come out. So again, I'm not taking anything away from the work that they have been doing. I also understand our industry, especially for them being women.
Well, you know what? We had only one person in HMI long time ago. Her time has passed, which was Shea. She was Haitian Madonna, and she used to do it all. You know, if you look at her
catalog,
her videos from when she was singing, you know, there's one video where her body was body painted. She was butt naked, and I remember when she came out with that video, they were criticizing her like crazy, but that was just like, wow. And that was just like, who does that? Like, this is...
Yeah, and I think it goes back to what we were saying, that Haitians were not ready for showbiz.
We're not ready.
We're so conservative. You cannot be in showbiz and be conservative. They don't match. Sex sells.
Right.
Beauty sells. Like I tell people this, just, you know what I mean? I have a great smile, you know what I mean? Une belle femme, you know? And I'm sure you feel the same way too.
Right.
So it's that. With that said, yeah, Claudia.
Yes.
It was amazing having you.
It was a pleasure being here. I feel comfortable. I feel really comfortable. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't take it lightly, the relationship that I have built over the years with my clients, with some of the artists, and that's the reason why I'm one to not just sit there and criticize. It's really, if there's an issue, I'm here to find a solution, which is the reason why we started Beauty Call, where we talk fashion and beauty, and we bring about solutions, you know, and looking for opportunities. And we are looking to cross over and let the rest of the world know who our artists are. And this is the Beauty Call Live, that is live every Sunday. I'm not gonna say the time.
Because we were late today. We were late, makeup and hair. Trying to get a glam on.
I'm not gonna say the time, but this is what I'm gonna say. To the same thing that the artist goes through in the HMI, it's the same thing too, as we are putting a show like this together. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
Yes.
We're working on the time so we can be set again to our partners who making this happen. Compare Events Magazine, Wilfried, I don't have enough words to say, to you. You know how I feel. Giwe Radio, IT Biography, of course, the whole team of Boudoir House, you know what I mean, for the support that always go with me on my crazy adventures and my crazy ideas. Thank you to Creole Productions for supporting me, to always tell me, go for it, you can do it. To my family, my friends, I love you guys. To the whole Marita Boudoir fan base, thank you, thank you. We are live every Sunday. Follow us on Boudoir House, shop Boudoir House, which
and
is
window
www.
shop, go LC. Don't forget that.
No, you told me, right? Which is one of the reasons why I told her I needed her to be on here so we can also promote her brand, CEO of Window Shop LLC, right? And
Correct.
we cannot wait for the products to come, which she said will come at the end of the month.
Yes.
Right?
For sure.
And then she's modeling, so we know she's gonna kill it.
Yes.
Right? And we will have Claudia.
Just don't drop dead now when y'all kill it.
Again, it's one of also, we are two women, two boss babes, you know what I mean, that are pushing our brands, and Claudia supports me, I support her back. There's enough out there for both of us to coexist in the fashion and beauty industry, in the HMI. It was a pleasure. Follow us. Which are you just pushing CEO Window Shop as your Instagram?
Equipe, my pussy Tadia. I want to show love to my family. They're watching. You know, my nenen, Darlene Degamo, she's watching.
I love her. She's one gorgeous.
She is my backbone. She's my everything. She's my mentor. My husband, Shabibi, I love you. My kids. My sister, Taina, she has a restaurant coming out in New York.
In Florida?
No,
or New York?
in Brooklyn, New York. The
Okay.
bait is a seafood takeout. So look out for that. And then, you know, Window Shop. And, you know, I have a sister who has a recovery too out here. Joy Recovery. Girls, if you want to get the body done, body tight, liposuction, check up Joy Recovery.
There you have it, right?
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to be sitting here and having this conversation with you, this dialogue. We hope that it was informative. Please let us know how you feel about it, and we will keep on growing every Sunday. Have a great evening till next week, and we'll let you know who we will have. One thing I will tell you, Claudia will be back.
I'll be back very, very soon.
Yeah.
You'll see more of me here.
Yes, Claudia will be back. I just got to get her to come up to West Palm Beach.
It is a drive, but it's worth it.
Yes, and you know something too, as we're ending this, I don't know why people in Florida always want to talk about the drive. Because to me, it's the same as me that was in Brooklyn and I would drive to Long Island. People in Miami never want to come to West Palm Beach.
I mean, I've come to Boca and West Palm Beach, but I come to shop.
But again, but even though they come, they will always have a comment. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, it's goddamn far. My God. I was sleeping literally. I took a nap.
You know, and then so I get it. And then mind you, we at the store. You don't even want to go to my house because we're about another 25-minute west. So again, it was a pleasure. West Palm Beach, Miami, it's not that bad. It's the same as Brooklyn, Long Island.
All right, so I'll be driving to West Palm.
Yes. Let Claudia know how much we loved her and that she needs to come back. I know she's coming back. But again, guys, have a great Sunday. Let's get ready for Monday. Let's make it a better week and enjoy yourselves. It was a pleasure. Again, my name is Marita Boudoir. Be sure to follow us on Marita Boudoir on Instagram and Facebook, Boudoir House on Instagram and Facebook. This video will also be uploaded on YouTube pretty soon. Thank you for your support as we push our community forward.